Problem this morning. Good morning. Hope you can hear me. Hey. One of my chickens is getting a little aggressive. I don't have any roosters, so I think she may be taking on the rooster role, I guess. I don't know. Hopefully she doesn't come over here and attack me. But her name is Maleficent. What? Please don't attack my phone. Or me. What is up your butt? She's acting so weird. Anyways, I am 4 days into my personal get in the protein challenge for myself. I've been eating meat-based since 2017. I have Hashimoto's. My goals in the beginning were simply to not feel like I was gonna die. My symptoms were no energy, brain fog, a lot of pain, inflammation, weight gain, you name it, I had it, and infertility, hair loss, all the fun things, right? My goal in the beginning, and really for the past 5 years, was just to I need to maintain my health. I want to feel like a human. I want to be able to take care of my kids, have fun with my kids. Really simple goals, you know? And now my goal is, hi Goldie, hi sweetheart. I have more goals. It's not that the goals have changed really, it's not just have additional goals. So instead of just surviving, I'd like to thrive for the rest of my life, right? So I didn't lift weights for most of the years that I've been doing this. I've not really taken care of my body in all the ways. I've done so many things. My mental health is so much better. I have learned how to manage stress, coping mechanisms, those kind of things. I mean, I've taken care of my body in many ways, but I haven't lifted weights. And turning 40 in February kind of put a timer for me on you got to start lifting weights. So I've been doing that. And then I've been listening to people like Stacy Sims, who are really huge proponents of eat lots of protein, eat fat too, but you got to get adequate protein to build muscle, put strength on, and for women specifically, make sure longevity, right? I want to win the nursing home Olympics. Do not attack me. I want to stay out of the nursing home. I want to live a long, happy life, right? So weight training is on the docket. I'm doing that 3 days a week, and I have been for 3 months. But I wanted to know how much protein I was eating. I eat a lot of meat, but that meat is fatty. So when I started tracking, it's showing me that I eat protein, but I eat a lot of fat, and maybe I could get in more protein if I was much more intentional about it. I'm gonna have to be. My natural way of eating is very fatty. So my normal protein range is probably around 80 to 90, with my fat being way above that. So this first week of November was to see where I stood on how much protein I eat naturally, intuitively, without any strategy whatsoever, just eat the meat. It's not as much as I would like to. So I'm going to be more strategic in the next few weeks and play around with how for me, I can find a place where I'm eating more protein, not sacrificing the fat. Because high fat for me is very important for my mental health, for hormones, for all the things. I never want to eat low fat. But I could sacrifice a little and increase my protein. So we're going to talk about that in the next few weeks, like what I'm going to do to set my protein goal, where it's going to come from, and what that's going to look like. Hey, baby. I eat a lot of eggs. I have backyard chickens, and I have peacocks now as well. Eggs are a great source of protein. They're a good source of fat also. So eggs are going to stay in my way of eating. However, I eat 80-20 ground beef. I add fat to everything. So I'm going to lower my fat in the form of, like, my ground beef is now more lean. And ground chicken, but I'm still adding fat. I'm going to show you what that's going to look like. But I just want to kind of give you, you're so cute, a little update. Hey, Ruby, on how things are going. So now I'm going to collect my eggs, and then I'm going to go cook chicken crust pizza. Because I think that's going to give me a good amount of protein, and I love pizza. Man, I could just eat pizza every day. Unfortunately, Domino's is not very healthy. So I'm going to make my own today. I've made this in the past, but haven't made it in a long time. But I think the macros are going to be perfecto for my new goals. So this isn't Darna. I'm going to let her go. She's been waiting for me to move. Come on, baby. It's okay.
Okay, I actually didn't make chicken crust pizza. On this day, I made a chicken chip thing. I don't really know how to explain it, but I will put the recipe on the screen. It calls for baking soda, but all I had was baking powder, and I looked up and it showed that I could use 3 teaspoons of baking powder in place of baking soda. So that's what I did, and it turned out pretty good. So you add ground chicken. I'm using lean ground chicken, and then a cup of Parmesan cheese, whatever seasonings that you like. The baking soda is what the recipe calls for, 1 teaspoon. And then you mix all the stuff up. And then you're going to put it in the oven on 350 degrees for about an hour and a half. Let it cool so that it gets good and crispy. This actually turned out way better than I thought it would. Makes for an excellent chip if you have something like egg salad or guacamole or basically anything that you like to dip chips in. I'm a huge chip person. I like crunchy things. So this is a really good hack for me to be able to eat something that is not a Quest chip, but still high protein, very tasty, and pretty simple to make and keep on hand. I will probably make this 2 to 3 times a week just because it's so easy and it's crunchy. And I really, really like crunchy. I don't like everything mushy. I like the crunch. So this turned out really good and highly recommend. I got this recipe from Julie from Keto Made Simple, and I copied it from her. So shout out to her.
I have just got off a live stream, and while I was doing that, this is cooling. This is a chicken chip sheet thing. I've never made this before. We'll see how it goes. That's pretty crispy. Okay. So I made this because I'm trying to get more protein in, and this is like all protein. So it's ground chicken, Parmesan cheese, baking powder. I copied the recipe from Keto Made Simple, and I'll tag her. This whole thing, if I ate this whole thing, and I probably will, 88 grams of protein. Boom. And there's some fat because there's cheese. I'm going to dip it in guacamole. I was really terrified this was going to suck. So 10 out of 10. It is the next day, and boy have I had a day. It's so funny, this is a chicken video at this point, so. Beckett loves his chickens. He loves to play with them. Anyways, he picked one up and he brought it to the front yard. They normally stay in the backyard, but he wanted to play with her. So he brought her to the front yard, but he just left her there. And Lily also loves the chickens. She thinks that they're her friends / toys. Anyway, so she was trying to play with the chicken. The chicken went under my Jeep. I have a jacked up Jeep Wrangler that I've had for, like, it's not new. Got under the undercarriage and got stuck, and I had to get her out. I did get her out, thank goodness, but Lord, that was not on my to-do list. Cooking some food is on my to-do list. So, I was saying yesterday that I was gonna make chicken pizza, chicken crust pizza. I didn't do that, but I did make a chicken crust chip thing. I saw Keto Made Simple, Julie. She made this recipe a while back and I had saved it. And so I went back, found it, and made it. It was actually pretty good. Very high protein. And I used it as a chip, dipped it in guacamole. Very good. 350 for the oven. This is pretty similar to the chicken chip recipe. The only difference is you put pizza toppings on top of it, basically, and that increases the fat and makes it a little bit more palatable for some people. So this is a pound of lean chicken. It's Purdue, no antibiotic, blah, blah, blah. A little bit of Italian seasoning. I'm not gonna measure the Italian seasoning because I don't care. I'm gonna eyeball it. I'm gonna do what the Lord whispers in my ear to do. All right, that looks good. You need to salt it. Real salt in here. About tablespoonish. That seems like a lot. Let's do let's do a teaspoon of salt. Do a little garlic powder. You can put whatever seasoning that you like in the ground chicken. It's personal preference. Teaspoon. I think that's all I'm going to do. Give it a good mix. Oh, cheese is left. I'm not sure how much this is. We're gonna see. Where's my scale? 22 grams of Parmesan cheese. Chronometer app. I use Chronometer when I'm tracking. There's so many that you can use. It's just the one that I've used for the longest, so no need to change. Again, I don't normally track, but I have on and off throughout the years, just to, you know, for research purposes. So I'm gonna make a recipe. At 1 pound of ground chicken, 88 grams of protein for the entire pack. I'm gonna scan the barcode so that it imports all the information. We did, how many grams? 22.2, a lot of twos. Teaspoon of garlic powder. Does this have a code on it? Yeah, let's do that. 1 teaspoon. Now I'm going to mix it up. Boom. Lovely. Then you're going to get another piece of parchment paper. I'm going to flatten it out as much as we possibly can. And rolling pin. You can use any round object in your house. You don't need a rolling pin. You can use a water bowl. You can use anything. And this doesn't have to look perfect, right? It can look a little wonky. It's not a big deal. You want it as thin as you can get it for the chips so that it really dries out that chicken and gets to the Parmesan cheese. That's what makes it crispy. If it's too thick, it won't get as crispy. It'll still be yummy, you know, it's fine. But for the pizza, you can go a smidge thicker, but I'm gonna go thinner because I like a crispy crust. I haven't made this in years, so hopefully this turns out good. So sticky. Okay, perfect timing. The oven is ready. Probably lost a few grams of chicken when we pulled that off. I don't really care. You know, we're gonna go as close as we can. Tracking is not always perfect. It's just trying to do your best. All right, so don't get too worked up about being exact. It's never gonna be exact, but it's gonna be close. All right, this is what we're working with. We're gonna stick it in the oven. For the chips, it's an hour and a half to get it nice and crispy. I'm gonna do an hour, and then I'm going to add my toppings. First, I'm gonna cook the crust. So you can actually see the pizza. I put it back in the oven for just a few minutes because I didn't really have any toppings to put on it besides Rayo's and cheese. So, like, I don't care. Why not? Ooh, it's crispy. Bye-bye. Should probably let it cool off a bit, but I don't want to. Don't want to. Pretty good, honestly. This is plain Greek yogurt and ranch seasoning in there. There's some clean ranch seasonings, I'm sure. I cannot think of the brand that I've used in the past. This is the crappy kind, just so you know. When I was in high school, we had a pizza bar, and this would be my lunch every day, would be pizza dipped in ranch dressing. So let's see how this MEATZA stacks up. Dipped in ranch. Protein ranch. Protein. Well, that is phenomenal. Solid. Solid. Alrighty, my friends, I'm going to end this vlog here. If you want to keep up with this Nisha tries to hit her protein goal series, then make sure you stick around, hit subscribe, hit the like, leave me a comment if you're also a woman trying to get your protein in, and I will see you in the next one. Love you, Mina.